Hey, welcome to the podcast. I was like, crap, what Sunday is it?
Yeah.
The second
Which
Sunday.
podcast?
The second Sunday
The church
Lent.
in Lent of Lent. We argue about it every week.
And we will until the day that we move on to eternity.
Probably, because, I mean, I Googled it, and I got, like, both answers.
Yeah.
Like, it just...
It's one of those both.
So if you are...
Not
So if
an
you're a
either or.
scholar and a wise, knowledgeable person, is it in Lent or of Lent?
Please advise.
Please do, because
The sheep
just
would like to
our
know.
resident pastor, genius, all-around nice guy, Father Ross, is not with us today. He's still with us. He's not like gone. He just
Maybe he went to the mountain.
he's
today.
he.
Yes, he
to
is
be-
with James,
to be
John,
transfigured.
and Peter.
I don't know. Is Father Ross the one hiding his face, or is he?
Or
I
is
don't
he
know.
is he one of the twins with Jesus?
Ooh, Sons of Thunder. There we go.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't know.
I was just gonna say Moses and Elijah look the same in this
Oh,
image.
they kind of do. Although
Right.
it looks like Elijah. I'm assuming Elijah's he's got like a red beard going on.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
kind
that.
of does. Yeah.
Elijah, yeah. And
You
then
painted it.
I did not. I definitely did not. But
Same
it's all
toga.
good. So anyway, it's the Transfiguration this week. The first reading is Abraham taking his son Isaac, and I won't tell you what happens if you've never read it. But God tells him to do something intense, and it's great stuff. So be sure to check it out. We had a great discussion about it at this morning's Bible study. But we'll talk more about that later. For now, it's the usual suspects on the second and third page. All of
we
the
are here for you.
Yes, we are here for you. All the information, all of the stuff. Again, we've got this cool stewardship moment in there, which is, talking about stewardship in light of the readings, which is fantastic. So you can check all that out.
Very good.
So we've had some confusion about scheduling and that sort of stuff. So be sure to always check the upcoming events portion on page 4. It's sometimes hard to see, I guess, but underneath the big sign on the top of upcoming events, there is a link. If you punch that into your search browser, www.stjude.church/calendar, you can literally see all public events going on in the parish. So take advantage of that. But we also sort of simplified the upcoming events for Lent You, and that is on the next page. And so there will be more, like, as these events happen, we'll just start deleting them and insert the next one. So we'll have that up. So these 2 pages are really good places to check should you want to know what is going on. So be sure to do that, because, like, for example, Stations of the Cross, that was kind of the, I don't know what you call it, the catalyst of this little discussion.
Yes.
Because people assume that they were every week, but they are not every week. But let me just say this: you are allowed to do the stations on your own. It is a private devotion. I mean, we do it as a community, and it's beautiful when we do that. But it's also beautiful if you bring your family, or if you call up your friends and say, "Let's meet at St. Jude's and do the Stations of the Cross."
We can provide you with any type of materials too. We have many different books here, or we can print out a certain Stations of the Cross that you want to do. There's many stations in with different devotions to them, that go with them. So
you can make up your own.
Write
Like,
your own too.
Exactly. Like, whatever you want to do. But yes, just call the office. I mean, if we're around and we're not doing anything, we might pray them with you. We like doing the stations. So, but just know that you can do that.
I'll be over at Our Lady of Mercy with their stations.
Well, there you go.
But they will be. They'll be good.
Well, not on Friday. I won't be. I'll tell you that right
I
now.
may be around.
You might. Yeah, I don't know.
It's all a guessing game. If you want one of us here, we're more than happy to stick around.
Well, exactly.
So, and just to circle back around to Lent You, I think some people are still calling in with struggling on signing up. So if you do, just please call the office, and we will walk you through all of that.
Absolutely.
It's
Go ahead.
fairly easy. If you're on Flocknote, go to the group symbol. It has people connected. And then if you click on that and just scroll through the list, all the different Lent You events are there. And or any just regular groups that we have here at the church, too, that you're interested in. if it's one of the private groups, because we need special permission to get messages from there. We don't want everybody knowing everything if it's a private group. Father Ross, myself, and all the office staff, Tim, Nick, Jesse, we all have permission, and we'll look into that for you and talk to you about it too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And a quick another thing that came out, we were talking about it, I think, in the last episode, but again, Flocknote, you can learn things about groups in Flocknote. Like you can receive information on it, but Flocknote primarily is a communication tool. If you want like the summaries of different groups or events or whatever, the best place to do that is on our website. We have all of our different ministries, all of our different events, all of our different life groups on the website. And then there's the mobile web page as well. You can find that, the QR codes at the end of the pew, or just punch in stjude.church/mobile.
Saint Dude.
Saint Dude.
What up, dude?
I can't enunciate, apparently. Yeah. Good. Anyway, so check all that out. That's pretty cool. Speaking of Flocknote, we have Uno's tip of the week.
Oh, well, let's go back because I'm
Does
really
it come
excited.
from Bishop Barron?
Oh, there's an exciting. What's happening? Tell us. Hold on. Tell us.
Because I'm excited about all the food making things.
Yes.
So
go.
If you're a family, just want to come out and whatnot. This is actually something that I saw done with reconciliation one time. Just the pretzel and just, the cross of the arms and like Jesus hugging you. So it's just something fun to do. Something, if you don't have anything to do on a Thursday night, let us know beforehand because we do have to get the supplies for it. But we would love to see as many people, young people. This is a big family event that we want to get started and kick off here. So both that and the pierogies too. Just the food making things are just fun. They bring family together.
I got a glimpse into Roy Kim's Bible study on Saturday mornings.
Nice.
I was unable to stay. I had a previous engagement that I had to get to, but I got to sort of talk to him as he was getting ready to go, and I'm excited for everybody who gets to just pray with that guy. Roy Kim he's really cool. So, and his heart is just very much on fire for this. And I talked to some of the people that attended that morning after the fact, and just everybody is like really excited about it. And one of them actually told me, like, I know that he's only doing this for Lent, but you should get him to do this on another topic. I'm like, okay, Roy, like,
sweet,
rocking and rolling.
Good,
so check that out
on
Saturday. I also heard that the St. Jude Bible study, which I think is on Tuesday nights. Yep.
St. Jude Bible study.
The Job evening. Job. Yeah, the Job. Check out the Job.
Yeah, it was very good. I was actually at it last night.
Oh, wonderful.
Stayed for the whole thing. And Barb and Victoria were great leaders, and we had good communication and whatnot throughout it. And we get to see the prose versus the poetry within the verses of Job and whatnot. So again, it's never too late to join and whatnot. We'll get you a book and get you a reading and stuff like that. So
absolutely, I'm gonna turn the page. Is it good now?
All
right, now we turn the page. All right. Sarah's really in charge around here. Like, if we're gonna be real, so that's why I'm gonna ask. So the tip of the week from Uno, the sheep. The one who ran away, not the 99.
He represents the one stubborn guy.
I feel like Uno and I are a lot alike. But Word on Fire Engage is full of helpful teaching and truth to help you grow. So go and see it for yourself.
Yeah. Also on Flocknote.
Well, that's where you see it.
Yes.
Like, so if you get on Flocknote, and it's not like under groups or anything like that, it's literally on the homepage, and you can click on it, and you can see articles, you can see homilies, little talks by Bishop Robert Barron, who is a genius, a spiritual holy man. So check that out. This is one that I'm excited about because I rarely see this. I've worked at a couple of different churches in the United States, and this one excites me every year. Sarah heads this up. You want to talk about the college thing?
Fairs,
yeah, I think this is cool.
It's one of my favorite. Well, I'll call it a hobby because it's something I love to do. Get to send stuff out to college students, and we look for any parishioner that has a student, either grandkid, kid, nephew, niece, what have you, in college. We don't care if the child's a parishioner here, if they're from here. I've sent them all over the country with multiple parishes, and if you want to submit somebody's name that you think would like a college care package, now is the time. And we also look for donations because we need the money to mail the stuff. We could make it nice size boxes.
That's no longer cheap.
No, it's no longer cheap.
No.
I have tons of boxes of, to stuff the stuff in. So, bring in lots of snacks. These kids, I send it out the week before finals. So that way, while they're studying and then during finals, they can have that grab and go type of thing. We send out non-perishable food. And we send prayers in it too. I've had a girl call her grandma because she got that package just in time during finals and her highlighter died the day before the package came. That package came with 2 highlighters in it and she was super happy.
Booyah.
There it is.
And it also struck up a conversation with her grandma to talk about faith and that kind of stuff too. So lots of fun things. If you need me to come pick stuff up, that is more, I can do that. My phone number is in here. But I get a team of people, like they love to come and help me pack them. It's truly a great experience. And the kids love it. Normally I can get the priests from the different churches where these kids, or their, names are given from, to write a card too, to say we're praying for them. So
that's awesome.
That's very cool.
Well, and it's like, the thing is, like, I think what people often forget is that when you go to college, like, yes, oftentimes there is a Catholic church nearby, or there is like a Newman Center or like some sort of campus ministry maybe. But the thing is, like, it's the first time, like, all of a sudden, like, for a lot of Catholic young people, like, it's the first time that you're like, oh, I have to go to church. Like, I have to drag myself out of bed on Sunday and go to Mass. And it's easy to not do that. And so to have that sort of, like, gentle, like, kind reminder, that this came and where it came from. And it's sometimes a good thing where it's like, you know what? Like, it's a good moment to either just be like, I'm so glad that I am Catholic, or even sometimes the reason I think this is so cool is one of the first interactions I had with a young person was a college kid who came back in the summer, because last year I did very little outside of the office. And so it was one of the things, it was one of the helpers who got one of the packages and they had mentioned it like by name. So I'm like, that's cool. Like, it's been at least 5 months since you received that. Wow. Because this is like midsummer, so they time has gone on. So, and that was one of the things they just said, it's always a reminder, of my church family. I'm like, that's awesome. So,
well, praise God.
Anyway, speaking of church family, I don't know where I was going to go with that transition. I thought I was going to say it. I was like, party? There it is. There are brothers.
They are
the seminarians.
Yeah. Amen.
So support the seminarians.
Yeah.
And then we want to talk a little about this family food altar. Yeah. It's kind of hard to say. Family food altar. Family food.
So as you know, we do collect food all year in those bins around the church and the entrances. But this is a special time, where we want to show that we're bringing our food forward. So during Mass, it's brought up to some of the empty baskets that sit on the altar. And then, obviously, we do take it from those bins, and we take it with the rest of the food that is donated. There is, and then we also have right now, we have a couple more bags left for the GCAC people. So if you're still interested in packing up a bag of groceries, we are still collecting those.
Phenomenal response, by the way. Thank you all who have already bought food back. Like, there was the other day, Nick and I were in the office, and this guy comes in with his food bag. And then he's like, can I have another one? We're like, sure. Yeah, and that was awesome. Yeah, he literally then, he had just come from the store and then went back to the store, filled it up again, and came back. Like, I was phenomenal. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah, it's always good to remember that there are people in need that, have just food needs. And it happens at any time in a person's life. So we're just showing that we are collecting all the time for our friends, our neighbors, whomever is in need of food.
Absolutely.
Amen.
So this picture is a couple of weeks old. Avery and Carter got, were received into the churches a few weeks ago, but getting their picture in now is just a reminder, if you are visiting and you find yourself, wondering, what do I need to do to officially become part of this family in the Catholic Church? All you have to do is call and ask. And we will immediately begin the process to bring you into the church. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it takes a while. Regardless, we were happy to walk that journey with you. But I think the thing that stops a lot of people is just that initial knock at the door, you know, like they're busy, or no, we're not too busy. So don't hesitate to ask it, or if you need a sacrament of healing, like anointing of the sick, or
reconciliation, like this Saturday.
Yeah. Don't hesitate.
We have our second graders or some kids who need to just catch up on sacraments. We have that happening this Saturday, with a family retreat before the sacrament. So, but you can receive reconciliation at any time. Stop in. Father Ross, closes his door, goes over into the chapel, meets with anybody at any time. Father Miko comes in and meets with people. So, if you need that sacrament of reconciliation at any time in your life, please stop by or, give us a call, and we'll make arrangements so that you can have that one-on-one time with the priest.
Absolutely. And speaking of young people, a little bit older than the first reconciliation retreat, kids, but the young adult trivia night was just the other day. Nick, you were there. How was it? Was it good?
It was a good time. It was a very good time. Yeah. Jesse brought a nice group from Mercyhurst, so that was fun.
Okay.
We had a handful of our local parishioners, and as generously as it is, Nate and Abby, who head off the young adult functions here, they facilitated the trivia night via a handful of cahoots. It was a riot. It was good. Lots of laughs. Lots of fun. It was enjoyable.
I heard it was merciless though.
There was one group,
the group that destroyed all others. Yeah, absolutely.
If we're going for an imagery, I would say it was kind of like a Civil War sort of style of just pure bloodbath,
just destruction.
Yeah. Like.
Shout out to
with,
Sam
with bayonets, and then the other opposing force had nothing but cannons
and boom
and
muskets. Just not, and you know what? Knowledge is powerful.
It is.
As
G.I. Joe says, knowing is half the battle.
So anyway, no, the winners are if you're looking at the bulletin, top right corner. You can go and look at them.
Actually, I remember their name. They dominated so well.
Did they actually give themselves a name?
Themselves the Quiz Masters.
The Quiz Masters.
Yeah,
so shout out to the Quiz Masters. If you want to take down the Quiz Masters at a trivia night, you can call us and we'll set it up.
We'll make sure that my daughter's not on all of the winning teams whenever we have young adult events. So
very good.
I love
blessed,
it.
I guess.
Very good.
She was very happy to be on that team.
No, that's fun.
With actually one of our new parishioners, Nathan, who
last
night he's actually was a lector last night at Tuesday night mass, and he did an excellent job. So. Shout out to all those young people that are stepping up in the church and wanting to take those roles that we need and that we long for.
Yes. We can never have enough help. I think, again, that's something that I don't think we say enough. There's some, there's a really big temptation, especially in an organization like the Catholic Church, to be like, oh, look, there are people who do stuff and they've got it. And yes, everyone who does ministry in the church is doing a great job. But we can always use more people. So please don't let anything stop you. If you feel the call to serve. This page is pretty much the same as last week. There's a lot of repeats, simply because Lent has just begun. Just fish. There's a couple of events that have already begun, but are like half done, and they're still going, and you can join them in progress. So check out all these things there. We mentioned some already, but you can check it out. The thing that I'm most interested in that we haven't talked about yet is this Rise Against Hunger thing. We talked about it a lot last week, but just packing the meals and then this poverty simulation thing, which I'm hoping I have another thing on my calendar that I'm trying to move because this sounds awesome. I want to be there. So
I've actually done a Rise Against Hunger in a pack with somebody getting their scouting things. So I got to experience that.
Cool.
But on the other end, I'm the one who's leading the poverty simulation. I've been trained to do that through the Missouri Community Action Network, and I absolutely enjoy them. They're very humbling and always make you think. And there's always a variety of people there. So again, if you're interested in, I know it's a full day that we have listed on the Flock Note stuff, but give me a call if you want to, go over that you can only be there for part of it, or, you want to do something with it. Let us know. We need volunteers that day also, as well as participants. So we need it all. It is a long day, but it's a great retreat day to reflect on those who, I feel like I'm like beating a drum here with like my food thing, because I talked about like making food with your family and
you
then
sound like
feeding our family.
I was gonna say you sound like Jesus. He's always talking about food. I feel like
Somehow
food.
we multiplied food this week.
We did. That was amazing. So
Right.
we'll talk about that in a second. That'll be how we'll round out the podcast with that story. But because Father's not here, so we can have a lot of fun and shenanigans. So this weekend, speaking of fun, I guess, cool experience, we have we're hosting the 22-32 men's conference. To be clear, we are not putting it on. We are just hosting it. So if you have a question about it, you can call and ask us, but we'll probably direct you to the 22-32 men website or the Reason for Our Hope Foundation.
If you also,
just saying.
If you're a parishioner here at St. Jude, the St. Jude Knights of Columbus have a code because they are paying and you can go for free. So
call us.
Any male that is, wants to go to this, and
so they have like a scholarship thing set up.
Yeah, they
Very
do.
Cool.
So give us a call and we'll get you that code and stuff too. Yeah.
Both of these speakers, Damon Owens and Father Patrick Schultz, I've never seen them in person, but I have watched some of their stuff online. They're very good. So if you're looking for an experience, an encounter with Jesus where you can grow a little bit, fellas, come check this out. It's always a good time. So this past week, we had a multiplication experience. So Father Ross has Walmart, right? Is it Walmart? Was it Walmart?
He has, the Walmart Plus, so that way he can get delivery once a month. For free. So Sarah's like, oh no, we have faith formation, and we need Capri Suns for down in the youth room. We just didn't have enough Capri Suns to go around. And so Sarah said, I need to go get some. And Father Ross was like, you know what? I have this. Let me help. And Sarah's like, okay, like it's not a big deal. I can go do it. And Father's like, no, I want to do it. So he goes on. They pick which Capri Sun. And I'm sitting at the desk just listening. All of a sudden I hear, what else do we need? And we're like, Sarah and I are like, nothing. We're good. So we just start randomly listing stuff. And it's okay. And then I hear, you know what? I need spinach. I'm like, okay. and like, so we start a staff meeting and Sarah disappears. And I'm like, where did she go? And so I kind of walk out to like see if you need help with something. And you come walking down the hallway, hauling this cart that weighs hundreds of pounds, because Father was like, it was awesome. So if you've ever wondered, does the miracle happen? It does. Yeah. But the reason though that we got all that stuff is hospitality here at St. Jude's is key. That is one of our primary things. And right now, if you're interested in letting us know, like when you think of St. Jude's, like what is a positive thing that you see going on, feel free to let us know. Like if there's a word that kind of comes to mind, whether it be hospitality, whether it be like accommodating, whatever. Like, let us know, because that's really helpful to us as we kind of discern our mission, 5-year plan. I know we've been talking about that a lot. So please give your feedback, all these things. I know that there will be official ways to do that coming soon. So I won't get too far ahead of us, but yeah. So also take advantage when Jesse sends out the flock notes every week with all like the weekly going on. At the bottom, he's been putting in questions. We take those very seriously on what you write back. And if you want to expand more than just one click, again, we are here. That's why our phone numbers and everything are in here, and that's why we all have Google phone numbers. We all have access to our email and stuff like that at any time.
So you can reach us, but you can't stalk us.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, feel free to ask those questions and whatnot, and we'll get back to you, and we'll have the conversation. And we don't try to cut you off or, make it a short meeting. Whatever you want, it was on your heart and you need to talk about, we're here for you.
And if you have a question about, lately we've had some really intense readings. This morning, parishioner stayed behind from Bible study to ask me a couple of questions. Like, it does happen, so don't be afraid to do that. This week's question, I believe, was like, what was your, what's your favorite part about Lent, or like experience in Lent? And they gave a few options. And it was actually shout out to my wife. She answered the question. And so when I turned on Flocknote, it said, Katie answered the question. And I was like, what question? So I felt really dumb, because apparently Jesse's been doing this. And it was at the bottom, so you have to scroll down the email message. And I had never scrolled all the way down. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, like there it is. So I'm excited, because then I answered it and it was fun. So it's a cool thing. So check it out. Anything else for the good of the order?
I was going to say, just to never, let's not stop praying for the pastoral plan for the diocese. that's a constant sort of grieving preparation and healing process already before anything comes out. So let's do our best to just pray for that plan and pray for everyone's heart and soul to be open to what our bishop gives us.
Absolutely. That's coming up.
Yep.
It's almost March, and then April's next. Every year.
Well done. Indeed.
It's like what comes next, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Today's one of those days where I'm like, yep, you didn't need to say that out loud. Yeah, it's been a whole day of that. So if you want more of it, come hang out with us at St. Jude's. Thank you for watching. Know of our prayers for you. God bless.
God bless.
Peace.